Hi everybody! But something that I thought would be a good YouTube video idea would be to make a video about, like Twitch tips or streaming tips in general, specifically Twitch, since that's like the platform I stream on. I thought that making a video about how I think is really good to grow on Twitch, and I know that everybody's different. I know that there's not a specific formula that's going to work for everybody, but I thought that maybe putting these tips out there might potentially help somebody, and I want to help as many people as I can while I'm here on the planet, so I thought this would be a good idea. So I started streaming in July 2020, and I ended up hitting partner on Twitch 8 months later in March. So I think that, there's a little bit of luck involved, of course. Everybody's going to be different, different things are going to work for different people. It's not one size fits all, but I don't know. Am I even making sense? Twitch is something that I'm genuinely passionate about, so maybe these tips will help you too. I also want to preface by saying this. Hitting partner is not the have all and be all of streaming. Honestly, it's really not any different than being affiliate, if we're being completely honest. You get some extra emotes, which is cool, and you get a little purple check mark beside your name, but I mean, that's kind of it. I feel like I haven't really noticed much difference being affiliate versus partner. So just to remember, please don't put pressure on yourself, whether you're affiliate or partner. Streaming shouldn't just be about the numbers. Just keep in mind why you stream. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so my first thing I want to say about streaming is, I guess, why do you stream? The best thing that you can do is genuinely feel passionate for streaming. Find your reason for streaming. What is your reason? What is your passion? Why are you streaming? I started streaming because I wanted to make as many friends as possible, spread happiness while I'm here on the planet, and play some really good games and meet amazing people, make new friends. One of the main things that I wanted to do as a streamer, and something that I still have in my heart and I will always have in my heart, is I want to spread as much happiness and joy as I possibly can. I feel like streaming is a really good outlet for that, and I feel like I'm able to do that. On Twitch, I feel like I'm able to, brighten somebody's day, make them smile, and that is so important to me, and that's my reason for streaming. So what is your reason for streaming? I think that's really important to know as a streamer. Just find what makes you feel passionate. The second thing that I have is that I think is good for Twitch is genuinely caring about other people. And by that, I mean genuinely wanting to get to know them, genuinely wanting to connect to them and get to know about them, their passions, their interests, and, actually making a friend. I gotta say this on top of that. Don't stream if your goal is to get famous. Don't go into streaming with the mindset of, I gotta make money, I gotta get big, I want to be famous, I want to be the next ninja or whoever is a big streamer, you know what I mean? Don't go into streaming, just try to get big, Something that I noticed, that I have to say this will not help you on Twitch. I've never seen this work for anybody. I see this time and time again. You watch videos on YouTube about how to grow on Twitch, and it's hey, you better be posting in those Discords or whatever. And people, a lot of streamers, I think, believe that they can grow by, posting their stream link in as many Discords as possible. They don't try to get to know anybody in the community. They don't actually try to get to know the streamer that's hosting the Discord. They will never stop by streams. They don't want to get to know anybody else. They'll just throw their link in, start their stream, and hope for the best. And honestly, that's not going to work. If you're posting your stream in a Discord and you're not getting to know anybody in the community, you're not trying to make friends, you don't, care about the person or the people that are in the Discord, you're not interested in their friendship. You just want them to click on your stream. I don't think they're going to click on your stream. Something that I did, right before I started streaming, I was already a part of a community. I already, had friendships with people from hanging out in streams in the community. So when I did do my very first stream, I had some people come in that wanted to hang out and cheer me on. And I wasn't just, starting with knowing nobody. I genuinely think the best thing about Twitch is making friends, get to know people, watch their streams, support them, have a really fun time. Twitch is fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be stressful and crazy, and I don't know, just try to get to know people. That's really my biggest tip. Try to get to know people and make genuine friendship. Do not go into a stream with the hopes of growing. That's not cool. Like, actually care about the person that's behind the screen. Another thing that I see a lot, you know, via discussion on Twitter or YouTube videos is, you know, other content creators that have grown, or maybe they're just speculating. They'll tell you, oh my God, do you use TikTok? Do you use YouTube? You better make sure you're posting at least 10 times a day or you're not going to get noticed. I also don't agree with that. So I actually ended up hitting partner on Twitch before I even started really posting at all outside of Discord. I never used Twitter. I very, very seldomly would post a cosplay picture on Instagram, and I didn't have TikTok. I mean, you can grow without, you know, burning yourself out, posting 1,000 times on social media, trying to get people to look at you. And I'm not saying it doesn't work either. Maybe it does work for some people, but don't feel pressured. Don't feel like you have to post it. Don't feel like you know, gotta constantly be coming up with ideas to grow. Like, don't pressure yourself. You can definitely, you know, when you have that brain power and creativity and that passion spike and you feel like you want to post, create. But don't pressure yourself like all these other videos are trying to tell you to do, because I feel like eventually that's just going to lead to burnout, and, you know, maybe you'll just completely lose your spark that you had in the first place, you know? Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. But I don't know. What good is it going to be if you're not having any fun, you know? My next tip that I have, you know, that I see most everywhere is just being consistent. You know, find a time and schedule that works for you. I know some people don't use schedules, and that's perfectly fine. Whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you. But for me, you know, I chose my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and I've stuck with that. And the more you show up at a time, you know, people are going to remember, like, hey, that's when SweetheartAlyy streams. I'm going to go pop it and check out what she's doing in Final Fantasy X today. I don't know. Consistency, I think, is really important. But of course, you know, everyone's different. Do whatever works for you. But I'm just telling you what I personally think works for me. My next tip is play what you genuinely have fun with. So play a series that you have a ton of knowledge with. You know, play a favorite game of yours that you can just give your chat a ton of different tips, like, and tricks about the game, you know, speed run, whatever it is that you feel passionate about. Or you can play a new series that you've always been interested in, you know. Maybe you've never hopped into the Zelda series and you're like, I'm gonna do a first playthrough of Ocarina of Time. That's what I did. I started at Ocarina of Time and I worked my way all through the Zelda games, and that was very, very, very fun for me. Getting to experience a brand new series, and I met so many amazing people from streaming the Zelda series. So, you know, that's something that you could try too. Maybe you've never experienced Final Fantasy before, and you could do first playthroughs of Final Fantasy. Or, you know, maybe you're really big on adventure games and you love Uncharted, and that's the game that you have the most fun with. Stream it. Like, have fun. Like, meet people who have those similar interests as you. Meet your fellow Final Fantasy nerds, your fellow Zelda nerds, your Metal Gear Solid nerds, whatever it is, whatever you're passionate about. That passion will show in your stream. Don't play something that's boring to you. Don't feel like, I don't know, maybe you check the categories on Twitch and you're like, oh my god, the newest Call of Duty is booming. I gotta start playing that so I can grow. Don't do that. Play what's fun for you, you know? I genuinely think that if you're having a good time, like, everyone else is gonna be having a good time too, you know? My next tip is don't be afraid to take time for yourself if you feel a burnout coming. So if you're getting really exhausted and, you know, you're like, I can't take a break. I have to post. I gotta keep posting on TikTok. I gotta keep streaming every single day. I gotta be posting YouTube videos. I gotta, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta keep go, or you're gonna get forgotten about. You know what I mean? Like, as streamers, we always hear that. Oh no, if you take a break, your community will forget you. Oh no. But I don't think we should take that, you know? You know, if someone actually cares about us and they watch our streams and they get to know us as a person, and they're not just gonna go away because you take some time off for yourself, you know? I think that taking breaks is important, and you don't wanna, if you don't take breaks, you're gonna, you know, lead yourself down the burnout path, and we don't want that. My final tip is, remember, it's not all about numbers. It's really easy to get, you know, sucked into that vortex and, you know, like, oh my god, am I growing? Oh my gosh, I have less people here today than I did yesterday. Am I growing? Oh no. And we get sucked into that vortex of, you know, trying to hit partner, trying to maintain an average, you know, trying to keep up this number so we feel like we're good enough and we feel like we're growing. Then we end up comparing ourselves to other streamers or comparing ourselves to our past selves. And that's just going to make us feel like poop. But I gotta say this, streaming is more important than the amount of people that show up. You never know who you might impact or who you might come across. Remember, like, always spread love and always spread kindness. And always be kind to yourself too. You're just as important as everybody else. And speaking of you, always be yourself. Another tip that I can think of is make sure that you have decent quality for your streams. I think that's very important. Make sure you have, good lighting, decent audio, decent camera. Heck, I've been streaming on the same camera since I started streaming. I need to upgrade. Oh my god. I think it's important to be able to hear clearly the person that you're watching. But yeah, maybe you don't use a camera. Make sure you have some good audio. But of course, no pressure. Don't feel pressured like you have to upgrade your stream in order to do well either, because I don't think that's necessarily the key, but I do think it's a good tip. And I want to throw this in as well. Like I said earlier, in all of this, and all of these tips, and all these videos that you watch on YouTube, remember why you stream. Like I said earlier, for me, it's spreading happiness and, potentially making somebody else's existence better. If I can do that through a stream, heck, I'm gonna keep streaming. Even on the harder days, even if I, have imposter syndrome or I'm feeling bad about myself, like, if I can impact one person, that's what's important. And if streaming is something that you genuinely love, don't give up. If you're having fun, keep doing it. Just remember that you're an amazing person and you can do anything. Like, I'm not just saying that, you can do anything. You have that power to, follow your passions, your dreams, and make your reality the one that you want. You can do that. But yeah, I was just thinking last night when I saw, a Twitter post about how you have to post a ton of times a day in order to grow. And I just thought that maybe I could make this video. And in no way, by the way, am I saying that I'm like a streaming guru that has all the answers. I have to preface that as well. I just wanted to give some tips and potentially help somebody. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see y'all on stream. And I look forward to making more YouTube videos.